All right, check this latest psyop out. This took place in New York at a Broadway play called Hamilton. And not only is it a divide and conquer psyop regarding the outcome of the election and how this new president-elect Trump is it's going to make it a struggle for ethnic groups. That's what I get from this anyway. Most likely scripted. He pulls out a piece of paper and reads this. He is he is actually literally an actor in a Broadway musical, Hamilton. And I just, again, with the irony here in these news stories, we had Doug Erickson talking about how somehow protesting is economic terrorism, even though the people are most likely protesting because they feel that they are being suppressed economically by corporations. The irony in that video in itself is just so crazy. Everything is so backwards. And here is another example of just somebody that needs to shut the fuck up. Like, what are you arguing here? I don't get it. You are a Broadway actor, and he's arguing about equality and equal rights for everybody. It's just like what's the Hunger Games chick got roasted by that comedian because she was like advocating equal pay for her job. Like, I don't think anybody in the entertainment business should be complaining about wages, period.
Vice President-elect Mike Pence is one lucky man scoring a ticket to Hamilton tonight, the hottest musical on Broadway. His reception at the theater tonight was mixed, greeted with cheers and some boos.
So already, I'm not buying the audio. I think that the audio could have been overdubbed with booze, and I'm not. And again, I don't care what the fuck candidate won. I don't follow the politics. I mean, I follow the politics, but in order to see what is going on, to see the plays, but not to actually participate in voting. Like, if you voted, honestly, it's you shouldn't have picked like the one. You should have not voted. And voting is in a decline, even though they want to tell you, or Hillary wanted to say that it was going to be the biggest turnout in recent years. What does that statement even say? I think the audio was added. Nobody in the crowd. It doesn't look like a crowd that would be booing. Like, I don't. I mean, don't quote me on that, but it just looks like a pretty conservative crowd. Everybody's in shirt and tie. Maybe this is Secret Service, but I don't even see anybody's mouths open or anything. And you hear all this audio. They could have been
And
booing
as they
him.
took
I
their
don't know,
curtain
but
call,
whatever. So you're upset with the president choice? Like, how about just be upset about everything? They're deflecting your anger that you should have for media and establishment and government and politics, and putting it on a single entity like Trump and this guy Pence. And it's like, dude, that isn't where everything is so backwards. The scripted psyop. Here we go. I keep getting off track, but here we go.
one of the stars of the musical had this message for him. Listen.
He's the star of the musical too. So anyway, we're just gonna. He talks about how he's scared of the next elect, and he hopes that he can make it better for all of everyone. And I just don't. I'm kind of not following what he means by this. I mean, if there was inequality in the world, would he be able to be an actor up here? Is him being president going to be that much of a drastic change for citizens? The only change we're going to see is in the media, and that's going to influence public perception. So he should be looking at the camera and saying, CNN, stop with the fucking psyops. Stop making presidential candidates out to be racist, and stop with the divide and conquer. His face should be looking this way, not that way, to Pence. Should be looking over here, and it should be directing CNN and telling them to stop with the black versus white, all these different psyops. Everybody on this stage makes more money than most of the people in America. So what are they complaining about? Equal rights? Are they speaking for other people? Are they speaking for CNN? Is this a psyop for CNN? Nothing to boo. Everyone hold hands like they said. Everyone hold hands. Remember they said to hold hands. With people that just paid us. Alright. We gotta do this psyop for the CIA agent. Fucking gave him this little thing. This is so fucking scripted, people. Don't fall for this bullshit. We need to come together and point our finger at the media and say, fake news stories? You guys are fake as shit. You guys are fake. You can't even get the death totals right. Everything, the stories are so twisted. What do you mean fake news? Google's gonna crack down on fake news. Give me a break, CNN. You're about the fakest plastic most motherfucking... You guys are fake as shit. Give me a break. The whole thing is fake. If it's on camera, it's fake.
Vice President-elect Pence, we welcome you and we truly thank you for joining us here at Hamilton and American Musical. We really do. We, sir, we are the diverse America who are alarmed and anxious that your new administration will not protect us.
Us. What does he mean by that? Our planet.
Our parents or defend us and uphold our inalienable rights, sir. But we truly hope that this show has inspired you to uphold our American values and to work on behalf of all of us.
What is he saying? That as soon as Trump goes into president, he's going to lose his job making... Okay, this is per week, right? But I had another window open. Where is it? All right, here's the part. Unfortunately for the actor, right? Unfortunately for the actors in the show, they won't see their earnings fall in the same tax bracket of those in Miranda and the other theater executives. Well, yeah, I mean, we all know about that. 80% of the profits probably go to 20% of the people. And that 80-20 rule is probably leaning more towards 90-10. And that's a taught concept in school. Anyway, on Broadway, actors make union-mandated minimum salaries of $1,900 a week. Though more than likely, the Hamilton actors make more. That amounts to a conservative estimate of $98,000. I think this is like $98,000 a year. So they are entertainers on Broadway, and they're making this much freaking money. And this guy's talking about equality for all. How about more balanced wages? This is what I mean by like completely ironic news. Not only are they psyops, but it's like completely backwards. Like, I know he's probably not speaking for himself, but like, what is he like actually saying? Is he making a claim that once Trump goes into office, he's gonna have a hard time like making it in the world? He makes like, I've been working a job for like 11 years and I make basically, I'm in the poverty level. And he wants to complain that, you know, he thinks that his $120,000 job a year, he's a star character for this Hamlet play. And I think that guy with the ponytail is this guy that's behind him. I mean, these guys are getting paid. They're getting paid basically my monthly salary in a couple of days. So what does he expect that all that to go away? I mean, I think the problem with society is that entertainers, athletes, movie stars, musicians, they all just make way too much money. And that should be the inequality that should be talked about. And you shouldn't be facing Pence and discussing this. The psyop, that just makes it this a psyop. You really want to man up and do something for America? Why don't you face this camera and why don't you direct CNN and say, stop with the fucking divide and conquer psyops. Maybe I'm making way too much money for my Broadway musical act. I'm an actor, an entertainer. Maybe all this phony play acting shit is what's wrong with America. And maybe you should call out the fellow actors on CNN and call all the bullshit that they've been spewing. That would be manning up. That would be actually making a statement. This is fucking nothing but a psyop. I'm sorry. If anybody's turned off by this, I'm sorry about that too. But this is irritating to me how ironic some of these things are.